Now, if I go on the internet and I Google, should I trade my vehicle into a dealer or sell it privately? What are 10,000 consumer advocates going to tell me?
So
Is that the right thing to do? No, it's not the right thing to do. In fact, it's a really stupid thing to do unless you've got a unicorn of a vehicle, okay? I'm a car salesman by trade. I've been selling cars for 46 years. I trade cars fairly frequently. Do I sell my vehicles privately or do I trade them into a dealer?
Trade.
I trade them in 100% of the time, okay? Because in Georgia, like Tennessee, we get a tax credit. Now, if I lived in California or Massachusetts or Virginia, I might think about it because there's no tax credit in those states, okay? About 3 years ago, a friend of mine died and his widow asked me to sell his vehicle. I begrudgingly said I would. It was a unicorn. It was a 2010 or 2012 Ford Excursion, which they don't even make anymore.
Yeah.
And it had 80,000 miles on it, and it was perfect. I mean, anytime something broke, he replaced it with an OEM part.
Did it have a 7.3 in it?
Did not have the 7.3 in it.
Yeah, I'd buy it.
Yeah, it was. So I said, all right, I'll sell it. 4 times in the first week, people tried to scam me. And the first 3 scams I recognized. They were PayPal scams. I'd seen those before. The 4th scam, I did not recognize. Guy calls me from Savannah, which is about 250 miles away from Atlanta. He said, yes, sir, I saw your ad, and I'm willing to pay you exactly what you're asking for it. In fact, if you'll give me your address, I will send you a check. When the check clears, let me know, and I will come and pick up the vehicle. I said, let me think about it, because this was too good to be true, because I was asking way too much for it. All right? So I called a used car manager friend of mine. He said, you dumbass. He said, I read your ad. You've got the VIN number in there. Those vehicles didn't have key fobs. They just had keys. He's already made a key for that vehicle. He wants to know your address because he wants to know where it is. There ain't no check coming your way. It's going to be a flatbed truck in the middle of the night. See, I wouldn't have caught that. In Atlanta, Metro Atlanta, in the last 3 years, 8 people have died selling their cars privately. Countless people have been robbed selling their cars privately. Maybe Nashville couldn't be as dangerous as Atlanta is.
It is.
But, I mean, there's a lot of bad people out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this older couple, they had a vintage Mustang, met some guy out by some lake, and they shot them both in the head and took the car.
Mm.
Okay? All right, so private sale factors. I mean, when someone tells me they want to sell the vehicle themselves, I'm 100%, my closing ratio is 100% on convincing them otherwise. Again, unless it's a unicorn of a vehicle. If it's a $500 piece, they probably should sell it themselves, okay? But if it's a regular retailable vehicle, they're out of their minds. Danger. How long does it take to sell a car yourself?
a long time. I'm trying to sell mine right now.
Right. And you're a car salesman. Scams, tax credit, reconditioning costs, issues after the sale. In the state of Texas, if you sell your car privately, you're responsible if the car breaks. I think it's like 6 months.
Wow.
You're on the hook for it. It's absolutely insane. Okay, I wouldn't think a state like Texas would have that kind of law. You got to field phone calls. You got to make additional payments. You got to keep your insurance up. You get to meet strangers. You get to ride with strangers. People are counterfeiting checks all the time. People can't come up with financing. You got to advertise the things. I mean, it's what a pain in the ass. And how much more are they going to make than we're going to give them?
Not that much.
It's going to be negligible, especially when you throw in the tax credit. So, when the customer bitches about the trade, treat it like a complaint. Bring the tax credit back up to them if you've already presented it. Okay? Talk about broad market impact. Let them know that KBB's numbers are not accurate. While it's a wonderful site, their numbers are not accurate by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, you have to sell that hard. If there's a broad market impact, let them know. Check with Aaron, check with Jeff. They'll tell you if there's broad market impacts on particular vehicles. And if they want to sell it themselves, for their own sake, don't let them do it. Okay? Questions?